Good morning. Good morning and welcome to another Toolbox Tuesday. I should say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are. Today is another day of cold and it is very foggy outside today. Today I want to speak to remembering. Welcome all of you that are chiming in live, and thanks to all of you chiming in for the replay. Today I want to speak to remembering. This November is a difficult time. It's a difficult time because we're moving through this transition time where we're moving out of the summer from the heat and the outdoors to cold and moving inwards, and not just inwards in the sense of physically into our home. I mean moving inwards into going inward, in looking inward more, and more of being in our thoughts. And I think for myself, this time of year is, and especially this year, because we've quickly moved from this summery weather into this very cold, and transitions are always difficult. And, often for me, when I move inward, I move back into my mind and away from being busy in the summer. And for me, going back into my mind can be a scary place because I find myself going back into the rabbit hole of sitting in my blue chair, looking out the window and frozen in my negative thoughts. And so this is the time for me to remember, and for all of us to remember that we're human and that we all need reminders, because it's perfectly normal actually feel discombobulated sometimes, especially in these times of transition. It's not about making it wrong. It's about noticing and being with it, and then remembering the things that bring us joy and comfort and connection. When I was going through my cancer journey, I had the opportunity to go on many week-long retreats with the Callanish Society and sit in circles with people that were going through cancer and dying from cancer. And Janie, who is one of the founders of the Callanish Society, would always start her circles with a reading. And she would always say, we all need reminders. And there was so much comfort in knowing that it wasn't just me that needed the reminders. We all need reminders because we're human. We know what brings us joy, but then there we are getting busy and forgetting the things that bring us back to these places of joy. I often feel myself out of, again, that word discombobulation. And I have to remind myself of those things that bring me joy. Connecting with other humans that light up my heart. I know that one of the things that bring me a lot of joy is connecting with others, because I get energy from other people. And that could be different for you, but I know what brings me joy is connecting with others. And like when I think of the Masterpiece Magic program that we've completed this week, and the fact that I was able to be part of something so amazing, but knowing that I didn't do that on my own. I did that by connecting with others. And so, I think of like right now the Joy Summit is happening right now. I posted it on my Facebook page, and it's with the Dalai Lama and late Archbishop Desmond Tutu. And last night I watched this full screening of it. It's called the Mission Joy, and it's free online right now. And it was such a fantastic reminder of the difficult times and how in the difficult times we can be resilient. And late Archbishop Desmond Tutu says that maybe in suffering, and maybe even intense suffering, is necessary for us to develop compassion. And Dalai Lama said that suffering is an opportunity, and he reminds us of our inner strength when we go through these difficult times. And we are all vulnerable to pain, fear, and unhappiness. And this time of year, like I said, especially. But what if we had those reminders? The reminders that we are all human on a fundamental level, and every human being is exactly the same. We are all vulnerable to these things and the dark times. But what if we had these reminders around us constantly about what brings us each joy? You know, for me, I have this picture of me. I don't know if you can see this picture. I have this picture in my living room constantly up to remind me of the dark times that I went through when I was going through cancer. You know, there was a time at the beginning of my chemo that I actually didn't know if I was going to make it out alive. And yet, those times remind me and have brought me this ability to have deep compassion for other people around me when they are going through difficult times. You know, it's this reminding and remembering the things that bring us joy. You know, what is it for you? Is it the walk in the park? Is it the walk in the forest? Is it dancing? Is it singing? Is it listening to music? Is it journaling? Is it connecting with other human beings? What brings you joy? You know, the Dalai Lama said that compassion and gentleness takes time. You know, like exercising our physical body, we need to exercise our mind, our physical mind. Our minds need reminders. We need to remember what brings us joy. For me, again, it's the sign on my wall. Energy flows where attention goes. You know, I have my morning practice where I like to do my deep breathing. I go in my infrared sauna. I do my morning pages, which is my journaling. You know, all these things that remind me and bring me joy. You know, I think about my vision board too, which I've shared with you many times. You know, my vision board is a great reminder about what brings me joy. You know, what am I passionate about? What do I love? What makes me come alive? And what brings me joy? You know, I think back to, you know, what the Dalai Lama had to say. And, you know, we are all human. And we all need reminders. You know, yeah, I'm just I'm just wanting to go back to this place of knowing that when I slow down and be compassionate with myself, especially when we go through these times of transition, whether it is the seasons, whether it is someone's passed away, whether it is, something difficult that we're going through in our lives. And it's having these reminders around us and our community and the people that we can turn to that can bring us back our joy. And going inward isn't wrong. Taking the space to go within and be quiet is okay. Yeah, I'm just reminded that these reminders, this word just keeps coming up over and over, is so important. So when you're going through a difficult time, bring out your vision board, bring out those things that bring you joy. So I'm sending love to all of you today. Have a fantastic week. And remember, we are all human and we all need reminders. The Joy Summit is available for free. It's online. It is on my Facebook page. You can click on it. I think it's available for the next 3 days for free. Go check it out. It's amazing. Sending love to you all. Have a fantastic week.